all. SWAU students, SWAU Knights, if I could just have your attention for 1 second. You know, our whole philosophy this year and every year is be our guest, be our guest, put our service to the test. So SWAU students, if you are sitting in a seat comfortably, could you kindly remove yourself and let our guests sit down? Especially our guests that are grandparents and aunts and uncles and parents of our graduates. Could you be kind enough to just, hey, please take our seat. Thank you, everyone, and happy Sabbath.
Please. Thank you.
We've got seats on this side. Jasha, you can play background for another minute or two. Oh, no. Hey. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to start, and we do need to have this aisle cleared over here. We still have a few seats over here. People are raising their hand over here with seats. So please come on down and take the seats. Okay, I think we're ready to begin. So if we could just, if everyone could put their attention this way, please. We can just stop our conversation. So welcome to the Education and Psychology Dedication to Christian Service program. We're very excited that you're here. We love all the support that's here. And we really welcome you warmly. We mean that, warmly. In this room, it's very warm. So our graduates are just about to enter, so I do need this aisle here cleared. And the program will proceed as announced in the bulletin and on the screen. So I think we're ready.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chloe Samaniego, and I'm a physical education major. Okay. On behalf of the Education and Psychology graduating class of 2026, welcome and thank you all for being here tonight. It truly means so much to see our families, friends, professors, mentors, and classmates gathered together to celebrate this moment with us. SWAU has been more than just a university to many of us. It has been a home. It's where we grew not only academically, but spiritually and personally as well. Over the past few years, we've shared so many experiences together. Long nights studying in the library, early morning classes we barely made it to, intramurals, worships, cafeteria conversations, and moments that turned classmates into lifelong friends. We've laughed together, stressed together, prayed together, and somehow made it through everything, even getting stuck on campus during tornado warnings. Tonight is more than just a dedication ceremony. It's a reflection of the journey we've shared together and the people who helped us along the way. Every professor who encouraged us, every friend who checked in on us during difficult seasons, and every family member who supported us from near or far played a part in helping us get to this moment. As future educators, counselors, psychologists, and leaders, we've learned that people matter. We've learned the importance of listening, encouraging, serving, and creating spaces where others feel valued and cared for. Those lessons go far beyond the classroom, and they are something we will carry with us wherever life takes us next. Tonight, we celebrate not only our accomplishments, but the SWAU community that helped shape us into who we are becoming. Thank you again for being here, for supporting us, and for celebrating the Education and Psychology Class of 2026. Welcome, and we hope you enjoy this evening. Thank you.
Please let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you today for bringing us to the completion of the journey in education and psychology. Your guidance and faithfulness have carried us through every challenge and every success. Lord, as we step into our future careers and endeavors, we pray that you continue to guide us, lead us with wisdom, integrity, and compassion. Help us use the knowledge we have gained to serve others well and to make meaningful differences in their lives. We also give thanks to the teachers, faculty, and mentors who have supported us along the way. Bless them for their dedication, patience, and investment in our growth. May we move forward with confidence, humility, and a heart to serve, always trusting your plan for our lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Hello. On behalf of Southwestern Adventist University, I want to welcome you here today. Thank you for working with each other to make sure that everybody has a seat. To me, this really shows how many people are here to support you graduates. These are your family, your friends that are here to say how proud they are of you. So will you join me in giving our graduates a round of applause? And I also want to recognize and thank the faculty members of this department that have poured into these students. To be a faculty member at Southwestern Adventist University, it's more than just the classroom time. We just have a wonderful opportunity to get to know our students at a different level and to pour into them and to support them and to mentor them. And the real magic of Christian education happens in the classroom. And we can't do that without the dedication of these professors. So I'd like them to stand to be recognized. And you know, one thing that I love about Southwestern as well is that even in this room, I see so many of our faculty and staff members from other departments. So if you're a staff member, faculty member, if you work at Southwestern, will you just stand and be recognized as well? I also want to acknowledge Dr. Keisha Norris. She's the newly appointed Vice President for Education for the Southwestern Union, and we are so thankful that you are here, and just pray God's blessings over your new role. So graduates, you have chosen a profession that it starts with the heart of service. And I just want to say thank you for choosing Southwestern to be the place where you were grounded with your undergraduate education. You have blessed our campus with your presence. So many of you have been involved in so many ways. And honestly, every time we have a graduating class, I think, how are we ever going to replace them? And then God brings more students onto our campus as you are launched out into the world, and we cannot wait to see where God places you. So keep believing that He has a plan specifically for you. Even if there are detours along the way, we're cheering you on.
Good evening. Francisco and Karen Ortiz are co-founders of District Counseling and graduates of Southwestern Adventist University. Francisco earned a BS in psychology and later a master's in clinical mental health counseling from Southern Adventist University, while Karen earned a BS in elementary education and a master's in school counseling from Southern. Together, they have expanded mental health services with clinics across Texas. They have recently launched Houston's first mental health urgent care clinic. Francisco serves as lead forensic mental health evaluator, specializing in immigration, custody, and hardship evaluations, while mentoring future counselors. Karen serves as director of Children's Behavioral Health Services, specializing in care for children and families and conducting evaluations for victims of trauma and violence. Together, they reflect the far-reaching impact of Southwestern graduates in mental health, education, and community service. Francisco and Karen are a dynamic duo, and they are making waves in the world of mental health. They have two lovely children, Elizabeth, age 9, and Azarias, age 7. They reside in the greater Houston area. We are so proud to call them alumni. Welcome home, Francisco and Karen.
It does feel good to be back here, right? Back to our home. And 12 years ago, we were sitting where you guys are at, right? And it's crazy. Now we have more gray hairs, we have kids, right? And we had certain plans in mind, as you do. But just remember that God has plans as well, and those will trump whatever you think you have planned out after graduating, right? But trusting in Him. So we are talking directly to you guys, right? We going into this field of education and psychology, it truly is a field of service, a field of ministry. If we're thinking, hey, we're doing this to make a lot of money, and that's not what this is about, right? It's kind of too late to change your mind now, right? But we're here. But you've answered a call, right? A call to service and ministry.
So whether you're graduating today to lead a classroom, right? Some of you are educators, or step into the field of professional world of psychology as an advocate for mental health, you are entering in a world of ministry. At Southwestern Adventist University.
Be careful, be careful.
I went to both. We learned that our work isn't just a career. You know, just becoming a teacher, just becoming a counselor, social worker, wherever your field leads you. You're entering a world of, like I said before, of ministry, and specifically of a mission. You are being trusted with one of the most fragile, but yet beautiful things on this earth. You're being trusted a human soul. Today, we want to share how to carry that responsibility with grace.
And so today, Karen and I were mental health therapists, but the heart of our work was truly born in 2010. Right, at the time, I was a student in Houston Adventist Academy. Prior, it was the Oaks. And I was preparing for my own graduation. And at that time, Karen had already graduated from there, and she was in college studying to become a teacher. And so we were part of that tight-knit academy family, which we continue to be to this day.
But you see, that year in 2010, our world shattered. It never gets easy. Mm-hmm. I was in a car accident with my brother, and that year he passed away. So suddenly it's not just like, oh, I'm thinking about how to pass a semester, how to graduate to become a teacher. I was a sister trying to survive the unthinkable. Because we were so connected to the school, the news hit hard, the Oaks, or Houston Adventist Academy. We saw their teachers, family, friends, pastors trying to process that loss alongside of us.
So we saw people who they truly loved us, and they tried to do the best with the knowledge that they had at that time. And we saw how the news reached these students, right, as well too, and the way that it truly caused some confusion, right, instead of comfort. And so as we watched these other students, including Karen's 11-year-old sister, finding out the news that no child should ever have to experience receiving news that way, we realized that while the intent was there to help, the tools to handle those deep traumas and grief were missing.
So I eventually went to become a school counselor, which is why Southern was mentioning before, and a teacher. But that experience at Houston Adventist, Academy, my own experience, my family's experience, my friends' experience, never left me. We realized, that as time goes on, check-ins become less and less, and they usually stop long before your heart stops aching. So those scars that I have, became our compass. We decided to become the professionals that we didn't have, that the school didn't have in 2010. The ones who could guide a grieving family or a struggling student through the dark. Not just with kind words, but with the skills that truly help them to heal.
And so, today we're grateful to God that we have those tools now, and that we're able to help many, many people through at the church, at the school. In 2 Corinthians 1:4, it says that God comforts us in our troubles so that we can comfort others with that same comfort. And our tragedy became our commission. And for those of you entering psychology and education, remember that your scars are not your weaknesses, right? They are your greatest tools for empathy. And service is about showing someone else that through Christ, healing is possible even when life feels broken beyond repair. This was our drive. And so just take a moment to really think about what brought you into this field of education and psychology. There are 3 points that we want to make for you today.
The first point is to use your empathy in a way where your empathy is more powerful than the expertise that you have gained or you're going to gain. You spent years at SWAU, studying theories, teaching methods. You're going to use them. But remember that a student in your classroom or a client that you eventually will have in your care will often, most likely, forget your credentials. Long before they forget the person who sat with them through the hard times, who sat with them through the dirt and made them feel seen and heard.
And we have some examples of this in psychology and education. Historically, think of Viktor Frankl, the psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust. He taught us that we find meaning when we realize we are responsible to something or someone. As professionals, you are responsible for the hope and the growth of those you serve. You are there to remind them that they are of infinite worth to God, who counts every tear.
So takeaway number 2, view your workspace, whether that it's in the classroom, whether that's in a clinic, whether that's the gym, whether that's the music room, as a sanctuary. Because I serve, both roles as a school counselor and a teacher, and now a mental health, 3 roles, and as a mental health therapist, I saw clearly that you cannot have a growth of a client, of a student, without them having safety. And this is what Maria Montessori understood. She started in psychiatric clinics and proved that even those patients or those students eventually that you will have, transform that to students that were labeled as difficult students or as difficult clients, they can thrive if the environment is built on respect and care.
And so whether you are in a social service agency or a school classroom, you are the architects of that environment, and you are creating a space where the Holy Spirit can move and where a person feels safe enough to learn how to live again.
Takeaway number 3. Finally, and I think this is a very important one too, is you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You see, the fields of education and psychology, they're beautiful. You get to help human souls, like I said earlier. You get to guide them, but they also can be very heavy. To stay in the work for the long run, you have to stay connected to the source.
And don't just work for God, right, but walk with him. And bring your own heavy days to the master of education, the master of psychology. And to finish this marathon, you must allow God to pour his peace into you first. It is easy to get burned out in these fields. I'll say that again. It is easy to get burned out in these fields. And so it's so important that you practice self-care, right, and not forget your why. So these 3 points are: 1, right, your empathy is more powerful than your expertise. 2, view your workplace as a sanctuary. And 3, you cannot pour from an empty cup.
You see, class of 2026, the world is waiting for you. It's waiting for educators who lead with love and compassion and kindness, and psychology professionals who serve with compassion, love, and kindness. I want you to think and to see and imagine yourself in a classroom and in whatever world in psychology, whatever field psychology leads you to, and whatever client or whatever patient you have there, whatever student you have in front of you, God has designed for them to be there. And that's why you gotta see it as a ministry, as a calling. God put them there for you to guide and for you to mold, whether that's the education route, the psychology route. They're there because God decided for them to be in your class. God knew that you were the chosen one to teach that child, to teach that, or to counsel that child.
You have the tools, you have the heart, and you have the calling. And now go out and turn your lessons into a legacy of healing. And congratulations, 2026 class.
Thank you so much, Francisco and Karen. It's one of the beautiful things in education when you get to keep looping with people like they were at Southwestern when I was first starting at Southwestern. I'm super proud of you guys. Thank you for driving all the way from Houston to share with us. Can you give them another hand, please? Okay, we have a very special part of our program right now. Where we're going to be honoring our graduates individually. And I would like to invite our education faculty to come forward. By the way, I'm Cheryl Tay. And Mrs. Heather Archer-Wilson and Dr. Tavita Tamafuna. These are our core education faculty, and we also have some adjuncts like Dr. Keisha Norris. In education. It's a great privilege to celebrate this weekend. It's joyous for all of us, and we have started a tradition a few years ago where we choose a word for each of our graduates that we believe represents them. Words are interesting. A collection of letters arranged in a multitude of ways to create a message, to convey meaning. Our faculty collaborate on choosing a special word to honor and affirm each of our graduates. We sit together, we reflect, we laugh, we reminisce, and we celebrate the many strengths and attributes of each of you. It is challenging because there are so many words that could describe you, and we know it's impossible to sum up who you are in a single word. However, we try. We do our best to choose a word to validate and acknowledge your unique contributions during your time at Southwestern. We offer a special chosen word printed on heavy paper and ready to frame. We hope you'll keep it and remember us. We give it to you as a token of love and appreciation. Please accept our heartfelt congratulations and gratitude for your presence in this department. So I'm going to, when I call your name, please come forward. I'm going to be giving you something, and then Mrs. Archer-Wilson and Dr. Tamafuna will be bestowing some medals and cords. So the first person I'm going to call is Christy Anastasio. You can stay right there for a moment. Oh, and by the way, we do have a photographer here. Okay, he's raising his hand right in the middle. So once you get your cords and your medal, then when you're standing in the front, please look his way. So Christy, a little about Christy. Christy was a reading lab tutor in our first and second graders in the after-school outreach program we run through our department. She was also a student success coach on campus. She was a tutor in the ESL program. She served as a Psych Ed Club treasurer and senior class representative in December 2025, and she also earned departmental recognition. The word we selected for Christy is excellence. Christy exhibits excellence in whatever she endeavors. She has a calm presence and a very thoughtful approach that yields excellent work. She's also an excellent friend and student, and I know she's going to be an excellent colleague too. Can you look at the photographer? Oh, this way. Do you want it to, okay. I should say the cords are given for departmental recognition, which is based on GPA. Our next graduate is Citlali Navarrete. Lali is following in her sister's footsteps from graduating from Southwestern Adventist University in education, and it's a beautiful legacy. Her passion is early childhood education, and her enthusiasm for working with young children is contagious. The word we've selected for Christy is kind-hearted. I'm sorry, Lali. Lali is kind-hearted. She's aware of others and very sensitive to their needs. She treats everyone with kindness and respect, and she's a credit to her family name. Suinipa Telefani. I wish NEPA had some family support. NEPA is an active member of University Singers and has traveled far and wide singing. She served in the Elevate Worship Service. She's participated in SWAU athletics on the volleyball team. She's successfully organized and implemented an Asian American Pacific Islander community event with a team of friends. She taught bells at Keene Adventist Elementary School on her own for 2 years as an undergraduate student. She's recently accepted a position to teach in Killeen, Texas. She's receiving departmental recognition. And the word we chose for NEPA is vibrant. That's right. Nipa's smile lights up the room. She connects well with others and creates a vibrant atmosphere on campus and in her teaching. She was singing and laughing with her students every time I went to observe her, and while they were learning and having a fantastic time. The next group, See, she's dancing. Our next graduate is Julia Abdallah. One thing you notice about all of our majors, they're very active on campus, and they've done a lot. And Julia worked also as a student success coach for 3 years. She served on the Student Association as secretary for 2 years. She was a tutor in our after-school reading lab. She worked as the missions chaplain for spiritual life and development, and she's currently the senior class pastor. She spent 1 year as a student missionary teaching high school English in Majuro, and she's accepted a teaching position in Florida. Julia's word is perseverant. Julia has shown her strength as an individual who can stick to her goals and persevere. She's reliable and can be counted on through highs and lows. She truly perseveres, and it's a beautiful, beautiful trait. Hannah Runnels. Hannah has worked in our reading lab as a tutor, as well as working in the Women's Residence Hall. She was recently recognized with a DRAW Award for exemplary work in the dormitory. She's soon to be married this summer and is seeking a teaching position, and she's earning departmental recognition. The word we chose for Hannah is dedicated. Hannah is dedicated to doing her best. She's dedicated to whatever task is before her, and she will always give it her best. Her dedication has resulted in high-quality work and a reputation for always being prepared and ready to go. Our next graduate has earned a Bachelor of Music degree for grades kindergarten through 12th grade, Kevin Roblero Cruz. Kevin worked in admissions and enrollment, served as a teaching assistant in the music department. He was a faithful member of University Singers and the Southwestern University Orchestra. He served as Student Association President and has recently accepted a teaching position in North Carolina. He's also receiving departmental recognition, and just this week completed his very beautiful senior recital. The word we chose for Kevin is maestro. Kevin's word was easy to choose. The definition includes someone with immense talent and skill. His passion for music is evident in everything he does. He can be seen participating in almost every music event on campus, as well as traveling with orchestra and university singers. He loves to share his music in so many ways. The next set of graduates are those who are earning credentials to teach secondary education, which includes grades 7 through 12. Our first individual comes from the English department. It's English with teacher certification, grades 7 to 12, Eileen Ross. Eileen has served as admission and enrollment assistant. She's been a women's residence hall assistant. She served as a lab tech in ceramics. She's worked at the library front desk. She started and successfully ran an active student book club on campus for 2 years, and she's an artist extraordinaire. The word we chose for Eileen is innovator. If you spend time with Eileen, you'll be inspired by her creative approach to every task. She takes an assigned task and elevates it to a new level with a fresh perspective. Her innovative approach enhances her teaching and the learning of her students. Our next category is history with teacher certification for grades 7 to 12. We have 2 individuals in this category. The first one is Kaylee Gonzalez. Kaylee has been a teaching assistant for the history department. She's served as honors communication officer. She could be seen at most SWAU events with a camera in her hand, and she served as SWAU director of photography for marketing department. In addition, she helped manage the Southwestern social media accounts. She also played on the volleyball team for 2 years and served as the May senior class representative. Kaylee was involved in the honors program, and she just completed an honors project that might interest Karen and Francisco. It was very interesting research. The title was Teaching with Trauma, Prevalence and Presentation of Secondary Trauma in Adventist Education. She did original research and completed a very compelling project that I think is publishable. The word we chose for Kaylee is vivacious. Kaylee arrives with energy enough for the whole room. She brings passion and joy to whatever project she's working on, and especially to her teaching. She creates engaging learning experiences that are punctuated with energy and love. And departmental recognition. I forgot that one, sorry. Oh. Our second history candidate is Frida Orozco. Frida played in the Southwestern University Orchestra, the violin, for a year, and she's demonstrated her artistic side by displaying her creative works of art in the Southwestern Art Show. She worked in the Women's Residence Hall and stood out as a very reliable and cheerful worker. She kept up her work schedule during her student teaching, cleaning the dorm every day after a full day of teaching. She also loves Chick-fil-A and keeps DoorDash busy with her orders. The word we chose for Frida is perceptive. Frida prefers to take a quiet approach and is a careful and keen observer. Her quiet approach lends to her ability to be perceptive and take in a situation. This serves her well in teaching. If you watch her teach, you will see that even though she's quiet, she's also very passionate and dynamic about the topic which she loves, which is history. Our next teaching candidate comes from the Department of Kinesiology, and it's yes, we know you're here, Paulina. Physical education with teacher certification grades K to 12. Chloe Samaniego. Chloe has been an active member of campus life, playing on the Southwestern Athletics basketball and volleyball teams. She served as a student success coach, a basketball coach, a kinesiology club officer, and a student association social vice president for one semester. She's always on the move and could be found singing and dancing in her last elementary student teaching placement at Coleman Elementary in Cleburne. She is receiving departmental recognition. The word we chose for Chloe is loyal. Chloe is loyal. She's faithful to what she believes in and will stand tall for her friends, her students, and her beliefs. You can count on Chloe to show up for others. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, photobomb, Paulino. Dr. Tamafuna and Mrs. Archer Wilson are going to take their seat while Mrs. Emily McLeod and Dr. Karina Lockhart are going to come forward. We also have Professor Zyra Rico with us today. She'll be presenting something later, one of our adjunct professors. Okay. Our first psychology graduate is Jessalise Arauzo. Jessa worked in Southwestern marketing and records offices. She participated in SWAU athletics on the volleyball team. She took an adventure and studied abroad in Italy and Spain for a year. The word we've chosen for Jessa is inclusive. Jessa is always inclusive of others. She pulls classmates into discussions. She ensures that everyone is included. She validates the comments of others and provides space for everyone. Her awareness and thoughtfulness of others demonstrates this inclusiveness. Also in psychology, we have Bella Ferreira. Yeah. Bella worked at the Information Technology Help Desk and in the enrollment office. She participated in the Enactus Club. She plans to attend law school in the future, but she also has a strong flair for acting. The word we chose for Bella is tenacious. She is tenacious. She's passionate and persistent and relentless when she's pursuing something she knows or feels that she wants to do, that she knows or feels is for her. So this is the word we get to you, Bella. Kathleen Johnson is our next graduate. Kathleen played in the SWAU Orchestra all of her years here. She served as a women's residence hall assistant for 2 years and a receptionist for 4 years. And one of the word that we chose for her is discerning. Kathleen is thoughtful and discerning. She can assess a situation and see the broad picture, discerning some of the nuance that others might miss. This is a strength for her future in psychology. She's been hired to work at Mind Over Matter after graduation. Please. No, not at all. And you should stay. Our next graduate is Joya Mitchell. Joya has participated in the honors program for 4 years. She's a trusted and treasured psychology department teacher's assistant for 3 years, secretary of the Psych Ed Club, participated in spiritual life and development, and she's the vice president of the senior class. She's planning to take a gap year before starting graduate school. Joya's senior honors thesis was very interesting and very relevant for our campus. It was titled, Navigating the First Semester, the Relationship Between Academic Motivation and Executive Functioning in Southwestern Adventist University Freshmen. Professor Zaira Rico was her advisor. The word we chose for Zoya is steadfast. Zoya is a reliable and dependable, making her a steadfast friend and worker. She has worked for several of our professors and adjuncts. Behind the scenes, there's always a discussion about who gets to have Joya work for them. She's always ready to help, does quality work, and can be counted on. Oh, departmental recognition for Joya, sorry. Our final psychology graduate is Arthur Montiero. Arthur has served as Student Association Senator for 2 years. He was on the SWAT gymnastic team and was assistant captain. He worked as a resident assistant in the men's residence hall, and he worked in campus ministries and multimedia productions. The word we selected for Arthur is genial. Arthur is friendly, warm, and sociable. These excellent traits are summed up in the word genial. He's approachable and ready with an easygoing smile, and he's a very genuine, authentic person. Our final two students are candidates for Masters of Education degree in Curriculum and Instruction with emphasis in reading. The master's program is designed to equip teachers to serve the field on their own campus or beyond. The MAD is primarily completed over 4 summers when teachers are on their summer break. The culmination of the program is an internship project completed over a semester, or a student can opt for a comprehensive exam. Students select a relevant project to address specific needs they see on their campus or in the field of education. Our first candidate is Anna Machogi. Anna's a 3rd grade teacher at South Texas Christian Academy in McAllen, Texas for the past 3 years. Previously, she taught at Dallas Christian Academy for 11 years. She's very involved in church ministry. She started a project called God's Closet that provides free clothes to families. When she moved to the Valley, she started a 2nd chapter of God's Closet to continue her work there. She also serves as a Pathfinder counselor. She and her husband, Martin, are both graduates of Southwestern. They have 2 children, Andre, we think we just heard from him, 14, and Alyssa. Anna chose to design an action research project to implement with her 3rd graders. She created a reading Olympics to promote reading motivation and longer engagement time in reading. And she insisted that I say she also likes hot Cheetos and pickles. We chose a word for Anna, and that is compassionate. Anna has a big heart for others, in her classroom, her church, and her community. She cares deeply. When she sees a need, she strives to find a solution, and her compassion comes through every time. And last but certainly not least is Vanessa Ng. Vanessa is currently teaching high school math at Houston Adventist Academy. She's just completed her 1st year. Previously, she devoted time at home to raising her 2 daughters and being involved in her home church. Her daughters are currently 10 and 13, and they've moved through the stages of development. As they've moved through the stages of development, she's loved participating with them in church activities and club events. Her daughters are the inspiration for why she teaches. The word we chose for Vanessa is determined. Vanessa started her master's journey several years ago and has been determined to see it through to the end. As a full-time mom and part-time student, it takes a lot of determination to juggle competing priorities. She's demonstrated a determination to do her best and stick to her goals over and over again. Her determination will continue to serve her well in her many roles as teacher, mom, wife, and member of church community. Please join me in congratulating Vanessa. Okay, then we are going to move to another phase of our program where we're going to be giving some special recognitions. And so each year we choose students who are exemplary in their internships, whether it's in clinical teaching or a field placement in the field of psychology. So we're going to be giving some awards from both education and psychology. The first award is going to be for Education Intern of the Year. This individual plans carefully with the needs of students in mind. This person worked well with their cooperating teachers and was always striving to improve. They welcomed suggestions and advice. Students were responsive to the teaching. This individual has a curious attitude, a grateful heart, and the grateful heart made this individual shine in student teaching role. So for our fall intern of the year, I invite Christy Anastasio to come up.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here today. Some educators command a room with volume. This future teacher commands it with depth. As an intuitive designer of learning, she is the steady, reliable type, working quietly behind the scenes to engineer experiences that resonate long after they conclude. She is a thoughtful, introverted creator who builds deep connections with those she works closest with, providing that the most memorable impact is often made without a sound. From designing the campus's very first meticulously detailed classroom transformation at the school she served, to her reflecting pursuit of personal growth, she doesn't just teach, she builds memorable learning experiences. To the quiet visionary who avoids the spotlight, we see your heart. We appreciate your immense care, and we thank you for making magic even when you'd prefer to remain out of the spotlight. She does not like to be in the spotlight, so we hope she will forgive us, but we must honor Eileen Ross. If she would please come forward to receive the recognition she deserves.
And by the way, this is very difficult for us to choose people because we are so proud of every single one of these individuals. We love them, we see their strengths. So it certainly is not easy. We have another recognition. Our next recipient is someone from the psychology department, but it's from the Psychology with School Guidance candidate. Psychology with School Guidance are students who kind of have their feet in two worlds. They do half education and half psychology, and they do clinical teaching and earn a teaching credential. This person embraced student teaching with some reservation at first, but blossomed into a very effective teacher. They overcame some classroom challenges. This individual was also publicly acknowledged by the campus principal for excelling in the absence of the classroom teacher and stepping up to full classroom duties with professionalism and excellence. I know I've given it away. Come on up, Julia Abdallah.
This individual is a truly remarkable student who brings an infectious, hopeful energy to every endeavor, regardless of the challenge. She gives her whole heart to her work, acting with a sincerity and authenticity that allows her to stand out amongst her peers. She is committed to the process of learning and self-improvement, consistently pushing to be the very best version of herself. Both on campus and in the classroom, she has exhibited the characteristics of an exemplary, well-rounded student who inspires those around her with her dedication and authenticity. And as she has shown us, particularly me, time and time again, to think outside of the box, please indulge me for just a moment. I'd like to close and introduce her with this, if I can get some assistance from the sound booth.
This future teacher, what can I say about her? She is a future educator on a mission to turn the classroom into an adventure, not just a destination. Combining relentless passion with MacGyver-level creativity, she transforms complex concepts into engaging, hands-on experiences, an intentional architect of curiosity. She doesn't just teach content, she designs moments that make students forget they are learning. With an infectious, high-energy approach to using innovative strategies, she is dedicated to transforming lessons into lifelong memories. She believes that if learning isn't fun, it's not finished.
Kaylee Gonzalez, that's for you.
By the way, that award was Student of the Year. And one of the reasons that one's a little bit different is because we're also looking at someone's contributions across campus as a whole, outside of our department and in many different ways. Very well deserved. And now our psychology professors are going to do a presentation.
All right. Okay. In the field of psychology, we study human strength, resilience, and potential. Today, these traits are here among us, not in a textbook. It is my honor to present our highest recognition, the Student of the Year Award, to a young woman who has shown us all three.
Since joining our department, it has been a privilege to watch her grow as a student and as a leader, both inside and outside of the classroom. She has navigated hills and valleys with determination and poise, persevering and excelling every step of the way. She represents not just academic excellence, but a genuine desire to learn, reflect, and make a difference. And yet, there are no grades or titles that can truly describe her, so we found a poem that comes close. A strong woman, a force of nature, her spirit unbreakable, her heart a feature. She stands tall, her head held high, her eyes shining bright, her spirit never dry.
Her strength is not just physical, but mental too. She's a warrior, a fighter, a survivor, through and through. She's been through the storm, but she's never broken. Her will unshaken, her spirit unspoken.
She's a beacon of hope, a shining light, a source of inspiration, a guiding sight. She's a leader, a trailblazer, a trendsetter, her footsteps paving the way for all to follow.
Her voice is heard, her words are bold, her presence is felt, her heart is gold. A force to be reckoned with, a true gem, our gem, Joya Mitchell.
We have one extra recognition today that we've actually never given in the past, but we wanted to recognize an individual who went above and beyond outside of school requirements and made a big impact on the community. This award is called the Community Impact Award, and I would like to call Nipa Telefoni. So Nipa is earning this award because she, with some of her friends, had a desire to create a special event honoring Asian Pacific Islanders in our community. She helped to create and execute a major community event that featured food, cultural dance, fashion show, and community togetherness. The reason this event stands out for our department is Nipa's commitment to integrate both our Seventh-day Adventist school students and Keene Public School students with great intentionality. Nipa was a student teacher in Keene Public School and Keene Adventist School and built some amazing friendships. Keene Public School boasts a large population of students from the Marshall Islands and other places in the Pacific. The intent of the program was to include as many students as possible. The Keene Public School brought a large delegation of participants along with students from Keene Adventist Elementary and Southwestern Adventist University. It was an evening that honored and celebrated the unique diversity of our Keene community. This event extended beyond one school or one group of people, and for that, we recognize Nipa and her friends with this Community Impact Award. We're almost to the end of our program, but I just have a couple other celebrations I want to mention, if you don't mind. We had a large grant to our department in 2024 for the education department. With that grant, we hired 2 amazing educators to join our department in July of 2025. In September 2025, our grant was unexpectedly cut, and our new hires were only able to stay with us for 1 semester. But in 1 short semester, they both made a huge impact on the students and faculty alike, and we're still reaping the benefits of their influence. Could Sara E. Gonzalez and Stephanie Mardones please come forward to be recognized? I would also like to recognize a psychology professor who was right on time, Mrs. Emily McLeod. Please come up. Mrs. McLeod came to us literally about the day before school started in 2024. She stepped into full-time teaching in our psychology department, and she never missed a beat. This past fall, we learned that her husband had a new position in Lincoln, Nebraska, and she would be going at the end of fall semester. We needed a psych professor for spring, so she offered to pilot an online approach and did an amazing job this semester. We greatly appreciate her 2 years of service. We will continue to try to get her back, but today we recognize her contributions. Everyone? Oh, okay. There's always one person in every department that might be called the glue, the Johnny on the spot, the one who anticipates our needs before we even know them. We call that person Michelle Avalos. She has given the past year and a half in faithful service to our department. Truly, God brought her to us at such a time as this. These few words cannot convey all that she's done to support us. She's a certified teacher and will be taking a classroom position in Cleburne ISD, and we're very proud of her for that, but very sad to lose her. I would like to recognize the contributions of Michelle Avalos as our administrative assistant. We have one more, so I'm just going to let Michelle wait there for a moment. We're not quite done. There's one more important recognition. I would like to call Professor Lockhart to the front. Karina has been at Southwestern for a few years now, working in student success. She's also served as an adjunct professor in our department, and in January 2026, she transitioned to be a full-time professor in psychology. She's been on a journey for a while, and today we celebrate the culmination of her journey. Just a couple of weeks ago, she successfully defended her doctoral dissertation. Now we call her Dr. Lockhart. In the face of some significant challenges this year, she has demonstrated the most amazing commitment, grace, and fortitude. Congratulations, Dr. Lockhart. We do have one more final recognition. We just wanted to take a moment to recognize Dr. Cheryl Tay. Cheryl Tay has been an integral part of Southwestern Adventist University for the past 16 years. She serves as Department Chair for Education and Psychology, as a member of numerous committees, has worked to secure department grants, and leads in other endeavors too numerous to list. She continuously goes above and beyond to serve our institution as a whole, her colleagues, her immediate team, the Sunshine Crew, and mostly our students. She has a deep passion for education and the betterment and continued growth of all she is involved with and all those who she works with. If you are in her presence, you're in the company of a trusted confidant, a selfless giver, a cheerful friend, a steadfast and wise leader, and a faithful servant. Dr. Tay is deeply loved by her Sunshine Crew and the students and has made an impact on all of us to last a lifetime. This year, Dr. Tay has been recognized as Faculty of the Year, and there is no one more deserving of this recognition. So please join us again in acknowledging and celebrating Dr. Tay. Thank you so much. What an honor it is to be at Southwestern. But we actually are to the end of our program, and we're going to have a responsive reading. Oh, no, we're not. We have music first. Nipa, it's your time for your group. If you want to introduce them, if you have anything to say, or just call them up. What would you like? Okay, would our final musical selection please make their way to the stage? Which might be half of the audience.
We invite you to join us in a responsive reading for our prayer dedication. We invite the congregation to read the bold lines and the graduates to read the response. Graduates, please stand up. Congregation, 2-3. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. And whatever you do, in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him.
Graduates, as we begin our journey, we turn our eyes to our Heavenly Father, knowing that He is with us each step of the way.
Congregation, show yourself in all respects to be a model of good works, and in your teaching and counsel, show integrity, dignity, and sound speech.
Let my teachings and counsel fall like rain, and my words descend like dew, like showers on new grass, like abundant rain on tender plants. Deuteronomy 32:2. In word and in deed, we will strive to demonstrate integrity and reveal God's goodness and grace.
And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap, if we do not give up. The one who calls you is faithful, and he will do it.
We praise you, Heavenly Father, for your faithfulness. We will strive to serve you and show your love and mercy to all we meet. We leave Southwestern with expanded knowledge, enriched faith, and a willingness to serve.
All together.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance on you and give you peace. Amen.
Graduates, you may be seated. It's time for some pictures. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. This concludes our program. Let's just give another hand to these beautiful young people. And older ones. Okay, we would like the graduates to take a few pictures. We'd like to do a whole group picture if you don't mind. Let's go in front here. We might need to pull some of the chairs away. And then we'll do one with psychology and one with education and then one with the masters.